Welcome to Bay Focus. Well, you have tuned in to hear, I know, again, about some more local-oriented ministries that have reached even beyond our Tampa Bay area, but are doing the work, the community work here, and ministry here throughout Central Florida. And we're always so honored to highlight that on Bay Focus. In just a few minutes, we're going to get caught up with an organization that you may be familiar with if you're a longtime watcher of Bay Focus, and it's called Bikes for Christ. And they have an incredible anniversary to share with us and what God's doing, expanding that ministry. But before we get to them, we're going to start the program today with kind of a really exciting announcement to make. But these are two ministries that we have had on the show before, and it's called Volunteers of America of Florida, and then also the Florida Dream Center. And we are going to be telling you that these two are now connecting together. And to talk about this today, we have with us two guests. And I'm going to start to my left is Zelda Ocano, who is the Vice President of Operations for the Florida Dream Center. Welcome, Zelda.
Thank you.
Wonderful to have you on the show. We've conversed so much over the years.
So much.
And to have you on the show is such an honor. And then right next to you, we are really honored to have Janet Stringfellow, who is with us. She is President, CEO of Volunteers of America of Florida. What you guys do is amazing. Welcome.
Thank you. We're excited.
Oh, love it having you guys both here. First of all, I want to say, and we're going to get into this a little bit later, but there is going to be a connection here. There is a coming together of both of these ministries. But before we do that, Janet, tell us about Volunteers of America Florida. What you all do. You do so many different things.
Well, Volunteers of America of Florida is a faith-based human service organization. So what we try to do is God's work and do it in a very tangible way, that sometimes you don't have to say God's name because people can feel His love and His care. So we pretty much we build affordable housing and provide in-home behavioral health services for a very vulnerable population. So we serve the homeless adults, young adults, homeless veterans, and our seniors, which is in the state of Florida. We have a big amount of seniors that are in need of very basic love and situation that they are.
Yeah, and you know that we're kind of doing the short version because each one of these ministries we've done an in-depth look at. You do all kinds of things. You work with veterans, families, and children in mental illness. That's a big thing. People that are behavioral health is a big thing that you do. But one of the things that's gotten a lot of attention here locally and nationally is your absolute groundbreaking, trend-setting, so many words I could use, prototype of a way to help solve or at least put a dent in the homeless problem. You provide housing on a number of different ways, but you developed your own apartment complex in downtown St. Pete. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. We call housing a place to heal.
Yeah.
So in a state that is having a crisis of affordable housing, and I believe it's a national crisis, we call it the tsunami, is a basic need that at least we need to provide for our communities. It's a place to heal, it's a shelter. Mm-hmm. So we decided to be part of the solution, build that place, and then provide all the support services that those residents need to stay in place, healthier, to minimize the visit to the hospital, to even psychiatric hospitalization, to take care of the food insecurity. And it is very powerful to see how within 3 months, even the skin color changed, their smile. Overall, they become so much healthier. That for us, it's a platform to provide something that is critical, is very much needed in our state, and that we have the ability to do for them.
Now, it's called, it's an apartment complex. It's called
Innovare.
Innovare, I got to say that right. Innovare, and it's 50 unit?
It's 51 units of affordable housing, of which 25 of the units are for individuals who were coming from Pinellas Hope. They were coming from shelter, and they were placed in a decent place to live. And then the other 26 units are for individuals who are working very hard, but they still cannot afford a place to live in St. Pete. So those are the affordable housing units.
Yeah, I love that. That is just, that was such got a tremendous response here locally, including from local media. All right, Zelda, I'm going to pivot to you before we talk about the combination. We have covered the Florida Dream Center for years. Last, our reporter for Bay Focus, Elise Nicole, went out and did an on-location piece out at your used to be a firehouse, and Lealman that you all took over. You do so many things, including something called Adopt a Block, food distribution. Tell us about the Florida Dream Center.
Well, for keeping it quick, Florida Dream Center has 4 programs. The goal is to offer the emergent services with stabilizing outcomes. So we have an Adopt a Block. It was our anchor program. It's what started the Florida Dream Center and got us into the communities. And it's every Saturday morning. We bring volunteers, we bring staff, food, and we go out and love our neighbors, see what they need, try to bring communities together, neighborhoods together. And that started in Lillman. It grew to South St. Pete, Tarpon, but we've always been in the Lillman area for that program. The next one is our mobile food bank. We do about 1.8 to 2 million pounds a year that go out into Pinellas County. Some through the Adopt a Block, and others we go to smaller churches, we go to mobile home parks, veteran villages, and we make sure that they have some healthy and fresh foods that they can eat. We have a case management program, which is a navigation service for those that need benefits or need help navigating the complex systems that we face every day. And then we have our work readiness program, which has been amazing over the last 5 years or so. We're at about 87% retention rate. We're at 92% graduation rate. It is post-secondary accredited trade skill certifications.
That's okay. That is a lot to do in a lot of different areas. But I know that when we send our cameras out, that just the amount of food that comes into your facility distribution, what you do, even to procure that food and different things, is just amazing. All right, Janet. Now the big question comes your way. You get to start, and Zelda, feel free to pipe in if you want to. But what's happening? You guys are doing something together. Tell us.
We are united. We are definitely more stronger together. And the key thing I need to share is that we are both 2 Christ-led organizations. We used to use the word faith-based, but I believe Christ-led captured the spirit of what we're trying to do. And I adopted that concept from one of our now board members, Greg. But we're inspired to do God's work. That's our call. That's our mission. Both of our organizations have prayer warriors, praying for those that we serve, for those who are serving them. And it's to do God's love in a very tangible way, to say, we see you, we're here for you, and we're going to walk this path with you. So we decided that instead of working as 2 separate organizations in a community that we share a lot of the needs, we bring to the table our expertise, what we're really good at. I'm not good in what they were good, and maybe vice versa. So now our offering to the community is more robust. We're providing now affordable housing, behavioral health services, food pantry, Adopt a Block. We're trying to do affordable housing preservation through the programs that we're rehabbing houses so people can stay in place and they don't have to move out. So there is definitely power in numbers. And we decided to explore our alignment. And as soon as we said, we're here to do this together, I must also share that God has been ahead of us, opening the doors, even the way we connected. It was God sent.
Well, I want to jump in because we're going to show some pictures as we're talking, and you'll see them here, on the screen if you see jumping out there and something that you want to share. But you guys, you came under the Florida Dream Center. Is under the Volunteers of America, right? So you're working on that together. Yes. So we're showing some pictures. Here we are of these are staff, right? You all coming together. Let it just let it roll. So you guys are just brand. This is brand new, right?
Brand new. Right. That just happened a few weeks ago.
Saturday Adopt a Block morning.
Yeah. And is this the joint staff coming together, or is this just
there's some volunteers as well, but it is the Florida Dream Center and BOA staff. And that's our leadership, Janet, Stephanie, and myself, and Gary.
I love that. Yeah, and we're seeing some action, activity here too, and when your work in action there. But so when in doing this expanding, does this also, we're just letting the pictures go at this point, and you can just see this is just such an exciting time for you guys. In letting this go on now, does this expand your reach in terms of geographically too? Are you hitting more counties, or what are we doing? Is this predominantly the Pinellas County area?
So initially, that is the
Yeah.
goal, to strengthen and stabilize and grow our capacity, with a vision of moving forward jointly and spreading the.
Because I know. So what does the future hold? How does this look for future?
Great question. So we are already looking at expanding in Tarpon Springs.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, they used to serve that community.
Yeah.
Then after that, we built an affordable housing complex there
I
that
love
are
that.
in need. A lot of the people that we serve there are in need of food, of the case management. So as soon as we started our conversation, we said, I know where we can spend. The next logical step should be Tarpon Springs. So Tarpon Springs, watch it, because we're going to go there.
Yeah, I just I love this. These are two. You guys are both amazing, and I, our viewers, we're showing you on the screen different times under their names, websites that you can look at and see and find out more information. That we're going to show you on the screen when we're done here. Somehow you can contact them. I mean, you may even know of people that need assistance, that need help. We want you to do that. But how can our viewers help? What can they do to help? What are some of your greatest needs right now?
At the top of my head, I will say, pray for us.
Yeah.
This work can be tough at times. The population of homelessness is not the most attractive, and some people don't understand the genesis of it, of what created a homeless person, even within the veterans population. So pray for us, pray for those serving them. Our staff also is going through life situations. It's hard for them sometimes even to pay the cost of living in our area, in our state. So that would be our first plea. And then share your treasure as God put in your heart. Share your treasure, share your time.
Yeah.
We need all hands on deck. So more volunteers to help us do the food pantry and the distribution will be highly appreciated.
They can contribute financially. When you say charity, I love that, share your treasure.
Yes.
Financially, and volunteer their time in both groups, and whatever they can do. All right, I'm going to do a quick thing. I can't resist. There is a very fun little video that of the staff coming together and welcoming, but they're welcoming the Florida Dream Center staff,
Yes,
right?
yes.
To the fold of volunteers.
This is it.
There it is. Look at that. I love it.
We love it.
I love it. It's like no pressure. Let's see who dances the best.
Oh, there were a couple of good
There are
contenders.
a couple of good dancers. I know. I saw one. There he is. Okay, not bad right there. He's like, I don't think so. I don't think so.
We were beyond excited. We
love
wanted
it.
the Florida Dream Center leadership to know how much we were looking for that day.
Yeah.
And the excitement of it.
I love that. You guys just
It's been
talk
an
about it.
amazing
One of the
experience.
better welcoming I've seen for ministry. Thank you both for coming on and
Thank you.
sharing your hearts today.
Thank
And
you.
on the screen, you're going to see how you can contact jointly these two organizations. We're going to give you one contact that you can contact the Volunteers of America of Florida and the Florida Dream Center, because they are one team right now, which I just think is the best to expand the reach, expand the ministry, reach more people for the kingdom. Oh no, I'm feeling a preach coming on. We better go. Let's take a look. Here's how you can contact them.
We want to hear from you. Is there an event happening in the Tampa Bay area or an organization helping the local community? If you have answers, let us know. Email us at darleneg@ctnonline.com. Find us online at ctnonline.com/BayFocus or follow us on Facebook at BayFocus TV.
Well, I hope you'll support Volunteers of America of Florida and the Florida Dream Center as they come together and become one ministry, just expanding their resources and footprint here in our Central Florida area. Amazing what God is doing. Well, we have another really great ministry to highlight. And if you've been a longtime watcher of Bay Focus, you may be familiar with them, but they could be brand new to some of you, and they're called Bikes for Christ. And we have with us to talk about this wonderful ministry is Pat Simmons, who is the founder, directly across from me. Welcome back, Pat. I know you've been with us periodically over the years, and you brought with you your Pinellas County representative for Bikes for Christ, Corky Stern. Welcome back,
Thank
Corky,
you.
and I just love saying that name.
Yeah.
I'll just keep saying Corky throughout the show. I may call you Corky, Pat, okay? All right, I just love that name. But anyways, before we do that, Pat, I know we have viewers that just maybe not know what Bikes for Christ is. Tell us what you do.
So what we do is we provide transportation to organizations that work directly with people in need. As far as those individuals go, it can be people that are just trying to get their life back on track. A lot of veterans that are trying to overcome what's been holding them back. And there's also a lot of schools that work directly with us to provide for children that need bicycles for school, extracurricular activities and such. And then along with every bike we send out, we also send a plan of salvation because we want that person to come to know Christ if they don't already.
I love that part of it. Well, this is the 10-year anniversary. It's just amazing to me that you've been doing this for 10 years. We've had you on from some of the early years, how God has continued to expand and grow this ministry. So you do this, but why did you start that? This is something that you didn't just wake up one day and say, I think I'm going to provide bikes. There was an actual process that God led you.
Yeah, this is not where I saw myself
yes.
So I took a mission trip in 2015 to Nicaragua that changed my life. I saw real poverty. And it changed my heart. I wanted to come back to where I was born and raised, being a native of this area, and make a difference in my community. And at first I didn't know what that was. So I got involved with other ministries that did feedings and clothings. And finally God speaks to me and says, you can help these people with transportation. And I was able to combine my love of cycling with something that had purpose and add that gospel element in there as well.
Well, I think you just said a thing that's kind of cool, my love of cycling. So it's almost like, God built on that.
Correct.
And that was already something that you loved. But, I think I'm always amazed to see the need that's there, that people can't do cars. They can't, they don't have the resources, and how bikes are such a lifesaver. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more in just a moment. But Corky, and we're going to show some pictures on you giving some bikes. But Corky, tell us what you do with Bikes for Christ and what it means to you.
Yeah, so I'm not directly involved with the bike distribution, but I am the representative in Pinellas County for anything that's going on. Different events that we do, we set up a booth to promote the ministry. And we'll be one booth of many there, and most of those booths are selling items, but we don't sell anything. We have things on the table that we give away, and whatever we can do to attract people to the booth so that we can promote the ministry and what we do. Because the more people that know about it, the more people will be able to help us, or the more people that will be able to be exposed to the services that we provide.
Yeah, no, that's a huge thing that you're doing. You're out there.
Yeah.
And you work with a few chambers too, right?
I work with 2 chambers of commerce in Pinellas County, and I go to as many meetings as I can. Just whatever we can do to promote the ministry, to just expand the vision of what we're doing.
Well, this is a time this is a good point to say this. You've won some awards, and we're going to show some pictures now, and then we're going to talk about award. But you recently received the award, and you've received awards over the years, but Bikes for Christ got the Valrico Fishhawk Chamber of Commerce Nonprofit of the Year Award. And we're going to show pictures of that in a moment, but tell us what we're seeing here.
Right there, that's with me, and that's Bob Featherland, who leads a organization called Billion Dot Global, whose goal is to reach 1 billion people for Christ by this year, 2026. That's a recipient, more recipients of bicycles there through the organizations that we work with. I can't tell you exactly which organizations they are, but
that's the proof right there.
This one's great right there because he's holding up a sign that says thank you. And that's a student right there receiving a bicycle. And that was an award that we were granted last year, accepting that. And then we were a finalist for Nonprofit of the Year with the Riverview Chamber of Commerce in that picture last year. And then that was us winning with the one of the 100 women chapters last year as well. And this was crazy. This was an event that we helped co-host with other nonprofits for back to school, and we were
Look at that.
we were raffling off 8 bicycles. So we had all the attention of people trying to see if they'd want a bicycle for their kid.
Yeah.
Which is just a beautiful thing to be able to allow them to go back to school.
All right, tell us about this.
And then this is the just last Thursday us winning the Nonprofit of the Year with the Valrico Fishhawk Chamber.
That is that's really an important acknowledgement of what you guys do, because like you talk about, you're making the effort, Corky, to go to these chambers, get the word out so you can get the support of the business. You have a number of partners, right? And that list has grown.
We're closing in on 200.
That's just unbelievable. And what you do, and I think you may have touched on this already, but you provide the bikes and they distribute, correct?
Correct. We provide for them, for their clients. They place the orders ahead of time. And then they give the bicycle to the person in
And
need.
they're screening the people too.
Correct. Because there's only so many bicycles, so we want the most deserving individuals to get those bicycles. And these are 2 of our partners that you just had sitting up there that we work with.
Right. Okay. So tell us. I also want to mention that, and then we don't have time to get to a lot of this, but Pat also goes into other countries. Just like you said, mission trips, you go into other ones and you help there as well. So you have a real world missions minded. But describe for us so our viewers can know who needs a bike. To paint some pictures of people that are using them, what their story is.
Well, say it's a person, it could be, and this is taken from a real story, but a person that just got released from prison and now is trying to completely start their life over again. And they have nothing. And that bicycle is going to allow them to get a job, be able to get to that job, be able to get to the grocery store and put food on their table. That's the type of person we want to help. We want to help the type of person that is really trying to overcome whatever's been holding them back. And a lot of that is also the ALICE population, which is asset limited, income constrained, yet employed. We want to help those people because those people are really working hard and they deserve some extra help.
When Corky, I'm going to ask you this. You're out there and you're meeting, you're shaking hands, you're putting booths up, you're talking, going to the chamber. What has been the reaction of some of the people you're helping to get the word out on and connect with businesses? And, do they see the need?
Yes, they do. And even when we set up at these events that we do, people will approach the table that have not even heard about us yet. But when I explain the mission to them, then they get really interested in it. And so we have information there that we can give them. And then with the businesses, we have people that will say, hey, I know somebody that has bikes that they need to get rid of, or you might have a speaking opportunity. And so we welcome all those, whatever we could do to, just get the word out.
Yeah, and that's also what we're doing here today at Bay Focus. We want to get the word out and people to connect. All right, so how can our viewers help you? What would be some of your greatest needs?
Greatest needs for any nonprofit, of course, is funding to keep us, program services running the way they're supposed to. Of course, bicycle donations, because that's what we are. We're Bikes for Christ, so we need those bicycle donations. We always need volunteers. We need more people to do these events and to be chamber representatives and to help us out in our mission field. So those are some of the most critical ways. They can deliver bikes for us. They can come work on bikes if they want to work on bikes.
I was going to ask you that. Do they have to be brand new bikes?
No. Most of the bikes are used, but we would like rideable or as close to rideable as possible. That way we can turn them around quicker and get them out.
Yeah. So you do have a you have your own facility where you're working and working on them. All right. Are you getting? And I want to close on this note so we can share on this a little bit. What's been the response? You share the gospel with recipients. You give them material. What has been the response on that? Are you seeing people come to the Lord through this?
Being that we're not directly giving it to them, I mean, it's more or less that we're planting the seeds.
Planting the seed,
Because,
yeah.
again, with every bike that goes out, we're sending a plan of salvation along with it.
Mm-hmm.
So all we can really do is plant those seeds. Now, in some circumstances, rare circumstances, we do actually get to meet the person receiving the bicycle. And that way
Yeah.
we can go over and we can say, look, here's the bike, but in this bag right here, we've got lights from DOT. They're going to make you nighttime compliant. Be careful out there. But here's the plan of salvation. And I want you to read this and take it to heart.
Each one of them are knowing they're getting it from a ministry.
Yeah.
And they
Yes.
get that,
Yes.
that plan of salvation.
Mhm.
And just the name alone.
Yeah, so even when I'm doing events, I'll have things on the table that promote Christ, and I'll have the opportunity as I'm with people more, that I'll have the opportunity to share the gospel, sometimes pray with people,
Yeah.
and to just, I had a Muslim lady sit at my table one time, and I was able to share the
Yeah.
gospel with her.
Oh, that's wonderful. Let's end on that night. That's great. 'Cause this is, there's so many different ways, creative ways that God gets the gospel out and makes paths. Thank you both for coming on the show today. And on the screen, you're going to see how you can contact Bikes for Christ. And we will be right back with more of Bay Focus. Stay tuned. Well, I want to thank you for tuning in today to Bay Focus. We've given you two opportunities again to get involved with local ministries. We just finished talking with the team from Bikes for Christ. And then earlier in the show, Volunteers of America of Florida and the Florida Dream Center are combining their resources and becoming one ministry. This is just the coolest thing. I love it that we got to announce that today on Bay Focus. So I also want to hear from you. You're going to see on the screen how you can contact me. Let us know about different ministries, community organizations, stories to tell here on Bay Focus. I want to hear from you. Have a wonderful week. We will see you next week. May God richly bless you.